Es muy bueno.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber and or have been here before, if you're new and this is the first time checking out my videos, thank you so much for doing so. Whenever I do an unboxing video, I usually wear something that, deals with the topic in the video, and as you can see from the shirt and hear from the music, we're talking about The Godfather today. The Godfather, one of the seminal movie series in my life and one of the greatest movie series of all time. I was introduced to this film series by my father. He holds the book and the films very close and dear to his heart, and he wanted to pass that on to me and introduce them to me when I was kind of a young teen, I believe. And then I read the book, and one of my favorite memories actually from my youth is Christmas Day 1990. Everyone in the family woke up, we had coffee and breakfast and opened all our presents. And then my dad and I were like, okay, we're showering and getting dressed and going to the movies. And we went to see The Godfather Part III together. And I'm sure most of you are groaning and sighing right now because The Godfather Part III does not have a lot of fans. I still think it's actually a pretty good sequel. Is it flawed? Absolutely. But I don't think it's as flawed as everyone makes it out to be. If you remove Sofia Coppola's performance, I think it's actually a really strong film. The story is very strong, stands on its own. The relationship between Michael and Vincent is, I think, not only touching, but very poignant to see this cycle that keeps perpetuating itself through the Corleone family and this kind of dynastic and destined sense of this is what this is all about. And if you become embroiled in it, it doesn't matter if you want to, clean up your family, if you want to get out of crime or whatever. Michael learned the hard way that when he made that choice to kill Sollozzo in the first film, changed his life forever. He was never going to come back from that. He was never going to recover from cold-blooded murder. And I think the entire series is sort of a cautionary tale, and I think it's a brilliant cautionary tale. And like I said, I love all the films. Again, 3 is flawed, yes, but if you look at every bit of filmmaking, set design, costumes, acting, directing, cinematography, score, everything about that film is exceptionally well done, with the exception, again, of a performance that has received much criticism. I'd like to see them take a young actress that resembles Sofia Coppola, but is a much better actress, and digitally insert her into all the scenes in the film that she's in, because I think you could do it with the technology we have today, and I think it would really, really improve that film, and it would make a lot of people see that, wow, there's actually a really good film here, aside from that detractor. And I understand why it gets its reputation. It's a huge detractor because she's a huge part of that storyline. I still think that, like I said, the rest of the story is very moving, very heartbreaking, very well done. And Pacino and Andy Garcia's performances, and Joe Mantegna, their performances, I think, are just so damn good. I actually wrote a few articles about the Godfather series. I'll put those links in the video description below, so if you want, you can check them out. If you don't, that's also fine. Enough blabbing, let's get to the unboxing. Years ago, I owned the Don Vito Corleone Hot Toys figure that Sideshow Collectibles distributed, and at one point in time, things got rough for my wife and me financially, so I sold him, and to this day, I really, really regret selling that figure. I wish I'd held on to it. The sculpt was beautiful, and I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of it. So I'm hoping someday I can pick up a worthy replacement, but I saw this figure on a couple of websites, and it is not licensed. But when I saw it, I thought it looked really, really, really good. The pictures that they were using on the websites to sell the figure, the photos of this figure looked beautiful, and the sculpt looked dead on. And for the price, I couldn't pass it up, because even though he is a tragic figure and he is a gangster, he's a criminal, he's a murderer, Michael Corleone to me is one of the most memorable characters in film history, and Al Pacino's performance through all three films, they're nothing short of spectacular and amazing. He goes through such a character arc in that first film alone. To see him go from this kind of naive, bright-eyed soldier, war hero, to this dark mafioso head of the family, it's really disturbing. That's such a tragedy, such a pity, because he had it all. And then you watch Godfather 2 and he descends further into this hole, and you're just like, oh no, because he's just losing everything. And then by the time the third film rolls around, he loses it all. So when I saw this figure, I had to have it. So I'm gonna open this up. We will be right back. So, lots of bubble wrap. That's good. They protected it. Again, it cracks me up. It's called Chicago Gangster III. Michael. But look at the bottom. Look at that image. That is spot on young Al Pacino. It's a beautiful, beautiful sculpt. It's so good. If it looks anything close to that, I am going to be elated. They taped this thing all to hell, so cutting the tape here, cutting the tape here. And wow, there's more stuff inside the box. They really protect the crap out of these figures, which awesome. So great, because they're valuable. These are not run-of-the-mill $10 Star Wars action figures from Target. They are worth a little more. And it looks, from what I can see so far, it looks like it's going to live up to my expectations in terms of the sculpt. Oh my God. People, look at this sculpt. Look at that. That is beautiful work. That is exceptional sculpting. That is spot on young Al Pacino. Holy cow. I'm speechless. That is amazing craftsmanship. Sorry. I don't know what to say. Comes with the kind of blue tweed leisure suit that you would see him in the end of the original Godfather, and more so in Godfather Part II. He wore a lot of suits like this in Godfather Part II. You rarely saw him in black in that film, except for his mother's funeral, when he's hugging Fredo and he looks at Al Neri, and And then inside the box, you have accessories. Inside you have the gun. You have, in this bag, a cigarette, a wedding ring, bullets for the gun, because I'm sure if it's anything like most 1/6 scale figures nowadays, I bet the chamber comes out. It friggin' does. Look at that. Holy crap. People, the chamber comes out and you can load those little bullets in there. Just stop it. That's just stupid detail. That's amazing. The details they go to with these 1/6 figures nowadays are just incredible. It's amazing. So he has a gun hand, of course. And then he also has, I guess, another gun hand. And also he has a watch. A wristwatch. So you can make him fancy. He's fancy. So I want to thank Man of Action Figures, and I want to thank whatever company that says did.co. I'll put links to their page below. Thank you so much for this figure. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm blown away by the likeness. Some of these companies that are, not Hot Toys and not Enterbay, they are really stepping up their game. And I know that Al Pacino and Paramount would probably freak out if they knew that this unlicensed figure was out there. But I don't care. I wanted it. I had to have it. Love those films. Love this character. Love this figure. Okay, folks, I will be back soon with more content. The Star Wars Episode 9 final trailer is just around the corner. My wife and I checked the calendars from our email when we purchased tickets and when we posted reaction videos to the last two films. And it looks like the tickets are going to be on sale around the 16th, 17th of October. And that's probably the same day the trailer will release. So stay tuned. I'll have more reactions to lots of stuff, more unboxings and all kinds of good stuff, especially because this is the spooky season. And as some of you know, I portray Michael Myers for Part-Time Living. So stay tuned to see more content. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you visiting. Please subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter and all those places. And that's enough hyping. Take care.